Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Star Trek Issue 1. This is a 2022 series from IDW, written by Collin Kelly and Jackson Lanzing. Art by Ramon Rosanas. Colors by Loughridge. Letters by Clayton Cowles. I have cover A by Ramon Rosanas and Loughridge. Cover's boring, it's just a pinup. It's not even that good. Like, whose eyes are those? We don't know. It's never explained in the book. So Benjamin Sisko is sent out of the wormhole by the prophets and reconnects with Jake. It happens very quickly. They have some sort of mission for him, and of course he's got to get checked out. And then he immediately runs to Captain Picard and's like, I need a spaceship. And he's like, okay. And they assemble him a crew. They get the USS Theseus, which has been refitted and retooled because it's a modular ship, to an experimental ship designed by Scotty. Commander Data also joins the group, as does Lieutenant Paris, some annoying Vulcan, some random lady wearing an Indian headdress for some reason, and an Andorian, and Dr. Beverly Crusher. So they set off on their way to go to this specific location and find some crystal beings, and oh no, something horrible happens. And then we're left with a shocking ending. The preview for next issue looks like Worf is going to be back. This is a lot of fan service in here. There's barely any new characters. The characters they do introduce are really annoying. Of course, we have this girl with like a Karen haircut, Ensign Sato, and she of course has two fathers. And then we meet this Vulcan guy who insists on complaining right away. He refers to the ship as a they, or a there in this case, and it has to tell us that the gender binary is illogical, even though most of the species in Star Trek seem to be gender binary. And then he proceeds to be annoying. Yeah, I don't really need a lecture, thank you. That took me right out of the book instantly. They gotta wedge in these ham-fisted political messaging, and it's not subtle, it's not interesting, it's just some throwaway line, just like the thing with the girl with the two dads. Nobody cares. Stop trying to make this a thing. So that was really irritating. The art's okay, but the story's kind of boring. It takes forever to get anywhere. The characters are all fan service inserts, so you can be like, oh, that guy was in Voyager. Oh, that guy was in Deep Space Nine. I don't care. I was a casual of the shows, and I think the diehards might get more out of it, but I don't care about these characters or why they're being brought together. It seems very forced and ham-fisted, and it probably would have been better to have a bunch of new characters that you could create and expand on and give new backgrounds to. Instead, we've got some annoying Vulcan and an annoying blue girl. So this looks like it's going to get woke pretty fast. I'm not real impressed with what I saw of this issue. It's definitely not worth the cover price of $5. The art's okay. I think the cover's probably the weakest art. I hate the art. It's indie, so I give it a little bit of leeway, but it's not great. And their new uniforms look a bit silly, but I don't even have a problem with that. It was just the fact that the story didn't seem to really want to tell me where it was going or do anything exciting. It seemed very forced. This will probably make more sense down the line, but this didn't captivate me. I don't know enough about Deep Space Nine lore to really get interested in this, and what they did give me really didn't do much for me. And of course they had to insert a bunch of nonsense like they do with the X-Men, where instead of white pages with a vomit of text, you have like little Star Trek looking outlines with these big vomit of text. And it's really irritating. It was all stuff that could have easily been done in caption boxes or through dialogue. Instead, they just wanted to lazily throw it in there and kill a couple pages of the book. It wasn't very inspiring, and I didn't feel like I needed to read any more of this. So I am not going to be buying issue 2. This was shockingly bad. And I've seen these guys do better work than this, and it's really disappointing to see how bad this book was. It was just so incredibly boring. If it at least had been awful writing or something, it'd give me something to talk about, but instead it was just, oh, we got something mysterious going, but we're not really going to tell you anything beyond the prophets and the gods. They call them gods constantly through the book. It's really annoying. They're aliens. That's been explained. Even I know that. They're aliens that were worshipped by the Bajorans. That doesn't actually make them gods. Anyway, I was not impressed with this book, and I'm not going to be picking up issue 2, and I'm not going to recommend it. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.